Audible.com is the internet's leading provider of spoken audio entertainment. Content from Audible is downloaded and played back on personal computers, CDs, iPods, your iPhone. Listen whenever and wherever you want. Audible has over 100,000 titles to choose from, every genre. So fiction, nonfiction, health, fitness, whatever you're into, they've definitely got the book. Audible has it covered. Your choice. Go to audiblepodcast.com/YOGAmazing and pick up the book of your choice. Welcome everyone to this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. I am Chaz, I'm your host, and welcome back. Now let's get right in this week's email, and this one comes in from Stephanie, and she says, Chaz, firstly, love your podcast. Thank you for watching. And she says that she suffers from a pinched nerve in her neck, and she was wondering if we can do a show to help with the neck and shoulder area that may help with this pinched nerve issue. Well, it's a great idea, Stephanie, and I think that we have some simple suggestions in doing certain yoga poses that will be very beneficial for this problem. Now, if you don't have a pinched nerve, as I always say, it's still yoga and it's going to be great for you. And who knows, it could help to alleviate that issue from even occurring. And if you do have it, hopefully this will help. So Stephanie, thanks for your idea. And if you have an idea for an upcoming episode, please send it to me, Chaz@yogamazing.com. Of course, you can also find me in Facebook, Twitter, and in YouTube. And also remember that YOGAmazing 24/7 is live and online. That means you have access to the YOGAmazing catalog whenever you want. So please go to yogamazing.com, check it out, and I hope you subscribe, because there's going to be some videos that will only be in the 24/7 that will not be available anywhere else. Okay? So remember, as we go through today's class, to breathe, relax, and have fun in this edition of the YOGAmazing video podcast. Okay, from here, let's bring it into child's pose to start the class. And I always like starting here because it helps us to become focused and present in the moment. So stretch your arms out, drop your forehead to the floor. Start to breathe deeply, the Ujjayi breathing. That's where we inhale and exhale deeply through the nose, hollowing the throat, expanding the chest and lungs, keeping the breath slow and consistent and fluid. As I always say, like a cascading waterfall, so it's always the same rhythm. So whether the poses are simple or hard, the breath is constant and becomes your metronome for your poses in the class. From here, let's bring it to lying on your stomach. And we're going to be doing some poses here on the floor, probably a series of 3 each. And then we'll do a couple of other asanas, and that'll be it. And hopefully this will help with your problem with the pinched nerve in the neck. So from here, neck and shoulders. So from here, hands to the chest, forehead to the floor, big inhale, firming up the thighs. And as you exhale, lift. Remember, you're lifting with your lower back. Keep your neck long, your breath deep. And release down. And inhale. And exhale up. And release down. And one more. Inhale and exhale up. And release. Turn your head, palms up. From here, chin to the floor, arms to your side, palms down for locust pose. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring it up. Arms up, legs up, chest up. Keep the neck neutral with the spine. Breathe. And release. From here, chin back on the floor, inhale. And as you exhale, bring it up, palms down, reach, lengthen and breathe. And release down. One more inhale. And as you exhale again, bring it up. And release, palms up, turn your head to the side, take a short break. Okay, chin to the floor, bow pose. So you're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna grab your feet. Now if you can't grab your feet, a couple options are that you can just take your arms to the side and lift, or grab a belt and hold on. So for now, if you can do it this way, do it this way. If not, just take your arms back. Again, grab a belt. So inhale, and as you exhale, kick your legs back, bring it up. And release. Inhale, and as you exhale, kick it back. One more, inhale, and exhale. And release. Push it back to a child's pose, stretch out your back. And then bring it up to sitting on your heels for a moment. We're gonna do a little stretch here. That's one of my favorites to do for the area between the shoulders. So it's gonna give a nice stretch into the shoulder area. So from here, we're going to cross our arms. We're gonna lift and bend, and then we're gonna pull down, okay? So start by lifting up, then pull down. That's gonna separate the shoulder blades. Just give you a nice stretch in that area. And then from here, I want you to release, bring the arms up and rotate it to the other side, left over the right. You're gonna bend, twist, lift it up first of all, then pull down. I mean, I know you can feel that stretch right there. And release. From here, come to your knees for the camel pose. Now we're going to do two versions of this. One where it's going to be the half camel where we're hands on the hips. Second version is full camel. So if you can only do the half, do the half. Second one, if you want to go full tilt, go full tilt. But remember, just listen to your body, do what you need to do. So big inhale. And as you exhale, roll the shoulder, drop the head, keep the hips forward, deepen the breath. And child's pose just for a breath. And then coming back and up to kneeling. Now we're going to do this again. On this version, you can either keep your hands on your hips or grab the heels. But remember, I always like to show this, that if you do grab the heels, don't do it like this. Don't kind of do something like that. It's wrong, totally wrong. It should be big and round. So you want to be like this, okay? In proper alignment, okay? Check your ego, do which one works best for you, okay? So here we go. Start with hands on the hips, big inhale. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll the shoulders, drop the head. If you can grab the heels, keep the hips forward, deepen the breath. And bring it up, slowly. And go to a child's pose. And then slowly bring it up, and then pushing back onto your toes and coming to a standing position. Now what we're going to be doing is a couple of variations of the triangle pose. Great pose to do because it really gives a great support and a stretch into the spinal area. So if you do have a pinched nerve, hopefully it could help it release. I had that happen in one class with me one time where I had an issue and I could feel a burning sensation. I believe it was sciatica, and it was like a puff of smoke and went poof, just because it released the nerve. And so, excuse me. So, you know, yoga actually can do that because you're just realigning the spine and taking care of yourself, okay? So from here, let's open up our legs, nice big stance, turn the foot out. Now remember, as we do the triangle, we want to make sure that we get the arms up, and we want to get the extension, so we don't want to just go down into it. We want to reach, get the length, get the length, get the length, get the length, hips go back, and then taking it down only as far as you need to. Now, taking your hand could be here, it could be here, or it could be on the floor, it could be on your ankle, but don't let your neck collapse. Keep it neutral with the spine and gaze up towards me or look down, whichever one works for how you're feeling with your neck situation. So just deepen the breath. And release. Bring it up, arms up. Rotating to the other side. Same thing, we want to get the extension. We want to reach, length, get the length. Then taking it down only as far as you need to. If you need a block, get a block, chair, something that you can do to get into pose, or go all the way down. Again, look down towards me or up. Deepen the breath. And bring it up. Good. Rotate center. Now we're going to do a revolved triangle. And that's going to give another little twist into the spine. The great thing about triangle pose is it really works. You can feel it in your legs, your back, your whole body. It's one of those poses, it's just an all-around great pose to do anytime. Just so much going on in it. Now on this version, remember that we are working on getting completely twisted hand to the outside. If you can't, you can put your hand on the inside, okay? But just find out where you can go. So again, we're gonna start with the arms out. We're gonna get the length. We're gonna take it down. Now from here, take your hand to the floor, and you can take it to the inside, stay here, or the advanced, take it to the outside, and then looking up. And release. Bring it up. Pretty intense. I feel that one right there in my backside and everywhere else. So it's just one of those great poses. Don't do it too often. So I'm glad that this can be a part of the regimen in today's class, that we're doing triangle and reverse triangle. So again, we're going to square our hips up forward. We're going to hinge from the hips. You're going to lengthen. Take your hand to the inside of the foot to start with. If that's where you can go, like this side, for me, my hamstring is much tighter. So you can keep it here, or you can go advanced, take it to the outside, and then looking up. And release. Coming back to the center, hands to the hips. Good. Take a breath here for a moment. We'll walk your feet together, hands to the chest. Now, we're going to close it with 2 full back bends, full-blown back bends. Now, if you're unable to do this, you can do a tabletop position. I'll show you which way to do that. Now, tabletop, if you're unable to do a full back bend, tabletop is like this. So we just come up, and you're just like that. So if you're unable to do the back bend, do the table. Now for everybody else, lay on your backs, and you're going to walk your feet in as comfortably close as you can. You're going to come up on your tiptoes because you're in a real high, big back bend. Take your fingertips, Move them back towards your shoulders, or point them back towards your shoulders. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring it up. Keep the knees together. Square up the arms, elbows. And release, tucking the chin, taking it down. Stay here for just a breath. And inhale. And as you exhale, bring it up. And release. Roll it down. Bring it into reclined butterfly. Stay here for a moment. Knees together, squeeze it in, big hug. And arms to a T, legs to the right, look to the left. And roll the left, look to the right. And back to the center, one more big hug. And from here, stretch on the floor. And go to resting pose, Shavasana, arms to your side, palms up, and just take these next few minutes and just relax and breathe and just hang out. Take the peace and the strength and share it. Namaste.